Okay, so now that we have 3 down, time for next steps. Where do we see patterns that could help us solve this problem? Well, what I did notice was previously we did mark that there were these two very similar or pretty much exactly like the same like symbols at the end. And so let's see if we can actually find any word with two very similar symbols or syllables at the end. And as I am looking down, what I notice is Saimam. So if you look at this, there's the MA and then the M. And it's not like exactly the same, but like if you imagine that this language goes from syllable to syllable, like M consonant, M consonant could be very similar. And since I don't really see any other remotely similar double endings, we can probably guess that number 16 is Saimam. So let's just do Saiyam. So M-A-M. And I'm just going to split it arbitrarily, like how you might split consonants intuitively. A lot of NACLO problems are very intuitive, or they try to make it. So that would make a lot of sense in this case. So G is 16. 16. Oops. And let's just double check, because sanity checks are always great. Do we see anything that's similar? Okay, so I see the I over here and I see the I over here, so that's a good sign. The Y and the Y is also very similar. Okay, I didn't even notice, but IY and IY, this kind of gives us a good sanity check that we're probably on the right track. So great. Now let's continue looking on for any other ones. What I do notice, there are a lot of ones with this weird symbol in front. Like, how many of them? 1, 2, 3. Let's do a different color just because this is a little bit confusing. There's 1. Oh, that's ugly, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4. Goodness gracious. What else is there? Are there any more? There are not. What I do see is this repetition again. That's cute. Good to mark. And yeah, so that is a lot of the same kinds of things in a row. Do we know any, or do we see anything that has a lot of the same starting things? There are a lot of A's, but I mean, actually there aren't too many A's. What other letters? Oh, there are lots of DA's. Okay, if you like look at it, there's DA, there's DA. It's a long A, so it might be slightly different, but like I'll just count it. There's a DA. There's like a DU. That seems like a good bunch. We also have 4 of those. So that's very sus, very sus. Okay, cool. And we also do we have new kind of sounds that we've kind of gotten that we can maybe start marking just for fun? I'm just looking randomly. I see this raw here, and like I see like a raw over here. This kind of K symbol we already kind of like saw a lot of times. So if this was a Y or something like a Y, we've also seen this A. Is there anything like that? That's a good question. Is there anything like that? I actually have no idea. So, yeah, maybe that was a dead end. I don't know. I'm that's a little bit too sus to me, but okay. Let's look for any other patterns. Okay, I see little repetition right over here as well. Those are starting with the same thing. This like short one is like making me really annoying. Like we don't have any one syllable ones. So why the heck is there? I mean, bar, but like if you follow like the language's kind of sequence of events, like technically this would be two syllables, right? Consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. So that might not give us a super good kind of hint for anything. Ooh, I see another RA over here. Is there anything else that sticks out about it? It's one of the pink guys. Okay, so we have two hints for number 10. That could be good. That could be good. Um for this one, let's see, DA. Is there anything with an R? Oh my gosh, there are. There are two of them actually. There's DARU and DARUYAUS. Okay, that is pretty long. This one seems pretty short. DAR. Yeah, this one seems pretty short. Let's see, since there are two RAs, let's see if we can find another RA. Is there one? Yeah, I don't see one. So this could be interesting because this is really telling in some case. But you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, perhaps this wasn't the best hypothesis because what I'm realizing is we have DA, right? We have DA, DU, DA, DA. But if you look at it, there's lots of HAs too. There's HA there, there's HA there, there's HA there, and there's like an HI. And so now I'm having second thoughts because that pink could correspond to DA, 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 or it could correspond to HA, 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 HA. And so as you can see, I'm like pretty much doing the problem as I go in this video as well. So there could be a very likely chance that my original assumption was wrong. Maybe this was not DA, maybe it was HA. And that might help us a little bit more just because, yeah, this like seems kind of not completely right if you think about it. Because like DARUV should be 3 syllables, but there are 4 syllables here, right? And the other letter with R, it's like DARUV, that should be like 3 syllables, and then DARAYAUS, that is way too many for this word. So maybe I should backtrack a little bit and try another hypothesis. And this is actually a really good strategy. Oftentimes you're gonna like make an initial assumption and then find out that it's incorrect. But what fact holds true is that there are a heck of a lot of these symbols. So what if instead of our hypothesis being that they're DAs, what if we made them HAs? What would our options be now? Okay, let me see. We have HA, HI, HA, HA, HA. That is a lot more than I initially assumed. Yeah, that doesn't completely match. Oh, wait, actually it does because we already used one of the HAs. Okay, so in that case, yeah, we already used number X. So there are 4 prevalent ones here. So let me highlight it. HADUGA, HARA, HI, HA. Okay. And so if we go by this hypothesis, and let's assume this is HA instead of DA, then what would happen? Is there anyone? Oh my god. Okay, U has HARA, hara. And then if we split this, ha-ra-eva. Okay, wait, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see if this actually fits. Okay, HARAIVA. And that's, oh wow, that's great. Okay, so what you might not have caught is the fact that if you really double check, the I over here and the I over here are the exact same. I actually didn't catch that earlier. Hopefully you did, whoever is watching. But that is also great. Okay, so we now know that these pinks are H or HA or HI or H something. And so that like helps us a lot. And ha-ra-eva should be correct because we've pattern matched RA over here with this RA, and we've pattern matched this I with that I and this H with the rest of them, and the counts seem correct, and they make more sense than our DA hypothesis. So let's mark 10. 10 is Hara Eva, which is you. Great. So we got that done. And now we have a lot of new information. Can we determine any of these other H's? Let's see. All of these are pretty long. So this might be a little bit difficult. See if there's any ones that are similar. HACA, HADUGA, HIDUS. I mean, we kind of know that these last ones, like if you look at the A's of, for example, here, these ones are also A. So we could temporarily mark these as A's. That might be slightly helpful. Do we have any? We have Haduga. We also have Haka. So they both kind of end in A. We also do have C, do we? Okay, amazing. If you look down here, right, we determined this was C, and if you look back up to one of the, this one, that's also the exact same C. So if we have this as a C, this is HACA, and so amazing. That is great because that exactly matches R. So perfect. We're done with number 4. Number 4 is B. So perf 4B 4, or sorry, not B. What am I saying? 4 is R. Yeah, my apologies. I cannot read. Okay, great. Now we have 2 H's left, so hopefully we can narrow it down. One is HIDUS, one is HADUGA. This one ends in A, and so why don't we try out HA and see if we can somehow split this word up into DUGA. Is that at all possible? This feels a little bit iffy to me, just because like the A's are the D and the U's and the G's being like pretty much split letter by letter, which is a little bit odd. But then again, transcriptions aren't always accurate, and we're pretty sure that this is HA and that is HA. So I'm just gonna take a leap of faith and assume each of these letters are split apart, like HADUGA. So now we're done with 3, we're done with B, so we can fill this in. And then by default, our last H is HIDUS. So we just are gonna have to hope that this is correct and see if we can kind of confirm our assumption. HIDUS, oh, sorry, you don't want to see the answers. Sorry, I said that already. Okay. HIDUS is, where's HIDUS, bro? There. Okay, so this is an HA, it's HI, but then again, like, transcriptions aren't super completely 100% accurate. I mean, it starts with an H, like, you can probably kind of assume that HA, HI, it's consonant vowel, should work out pretty well. So let's do HI, DUS, okay, DUS. Amazing. Is there any way we can check this? Not that I can, oh, yes, perfect. Okay, look over here, my darlings. If you check over here, the U and the U are matching. So are the D's. Wow, I didn't even notice this first, but great. DU and DU are matching as well. So we should be chillin'. We're doing great. Okay. HIDUS is Q2Q. Perfect. All right, so we've exhausted all of our little pink guys. So we're now gonna have to start looking for more patterns. We have these 2 yellow guys, but I don't think it really tells us too much. We have this little hint, but that's also a little bit iffy. And so at this point in the video, I am gonna encourage you to kind of look around, see if you can maybe find anything useful. it's like this is a pretty good starting point, and hopefully you have a general gist of the problem. But if not, okay, I'm gonna continue on. One thing I do notice is we pretty confidently determined the M, right? The M or the MA, and I notice right above it there's another M. There's also an M over here, which is interesting. And we also, what else do we know? We also know that this is like an A. So this is an M, it's an A. Do you have anything that has like an M at the end? There's Bajim. There's also Paruvam. And I think that is it. So that doesn't give us too many choices for that. This is a pretty long one. Is it possible that we have the B-A-J-I-M? That's 3 syllables. This is 4 syllables, right? There's 4 syllables here. And so it's probably, if we have a lucky guess, it's probably A. So let's try putting P-A-R-U-V-A-M there. P-A-R-U-V-A-M. Okay, actually, this doesn't completely work either. So I'm gonna take that back. Maybe Paravam is way too long. So our only other option, I suppose, is the 3 syllable one. B-A-J-I-M. That is a little bit iffy, but if you think about it, like previously when we like had Haduga, notice how we like split up some of like the syllables too. It wasn't completely consistent with our consonant vowel assumption. And so maybe this is the same deal. Another thing I also am kind of noticing is what else am I noticing? There's like a, whatever this word is, the word below it has a very similar kind of structure for the very beginning. And if you notice over here in Haduga, there's a G here. And so they're the exact same. So I'm assuming this is a G of some sort. This is a G of some sort, or a GA, or a G. Do we have any G's in the end? Okay, Baga. Wait, okay, so we have, okay, this is great. We have Baga and we have Bajim. So like we before had our two, like our hypothesis, right? That one that ends with an M is either Paruvam or Bajim. But we also know that the BA in front of it is the same as some other word below it that ends with a GA or a G, and that's Baga. And so this is actually great. So we can conclude that the one that ends with an M is actually B-A, or B, and oh, this is, we also know that this is A, and then J-I. The I is long, is it not? B-A-J-I, or sorry, the A is long, okay. B-A-J-M. So notice over here how this A over here matches with the A's over here and the A's over there. So that's pretty good. And we can assume this is Baga. Great, so 14 is S, and 15 is J. So let's mark that down. Great. So now we've gotten quite far. And again, we've exhausted our kind of like hints. So we're gonna have to start looking for more, seeing what else we can kind of dig up. I suppose one thing we can do is now see if we can start pattern matching more things. Do we see any ones that we're super confident in? I suppose we're pretty confident in like RA. Like we know RA, we know RA, we know RA. All of these seem to match. So let's try to find all of the RAs and or RA, RU, RI, R whatever, and see if we can kind of fit. Okay, so there's this RA/R right up there. And wait, okay, this first one we literally just saw. Like we have B here and we also have B here. So if we put a B here, or a BA, bra, we don't have any bras, but we do have a bar. So if we put a BA, this would be like bar. Okay, And that seems pretty accurate, so we can get bar out of the way. So bar and 1, B-A-R. Where's 1? 1 is H. Oops. And let's see if we have any other R's. Any R's, any R's, any R's. A lot of it is just seeing how well your observations are. There is an R over there. That is not an R. What am I doing? Do we see any other R's? I'm sure more will appear in due time, but for now, that is the only R I see. Do we have any kind of words that end in some kind of R? Let's see if we can find. Yeah, I actually don't. There is like an RUS. There is a there aren't really any other super obvious hints. And so now we're just gonna have to continue trying to see if there are any other possible letters we can start with. I suppose we do know the Y's really well too. Here, there's Y over here, and there is Y over here. We also know this is an A, so what if I tried A and, oh, here's another R, okay, R-A, and then if this was an A and this was a Y, Ara, okay, that looks very similar to something I saw earlier. Okay, Arabaya here. Let's try it. A-R-A. Is this a B? Have we seen a B before? We have. And wait, they match perfectly. Okay, if you look over here, the B over here matches with the B over here. So we can be pretty sure that our hunch is correct. So this must be an A, and number 9 must be T.